What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be giving you a story time on my abuser slash sperm donor. I think I'm finally ready to let out the whole story to everyone who has been wondering and asking, and obviously I'm not going to give them the full story because it's really emotional, and I'm going to try not to cry. If I feel like I'm about to cry, I might start walking or something because it will help me, you know, keep going with the video without breaking down all the way. I don't know if that makes sense, but walking always, you know, helps me, like if I'm mad or sad or whatever. So yeah, okay, so we're gonna start all the way at the beginning on how we met, and then when things got a little and then how I got pregnant, and I'll give you guys like a little like, obviously I'm not gonna tell you guys every single little thing that happened, but let's just get into it. Okay, so I was 15 and he was 18. I met him, I think it was through Facebook, and then he ended up coming over. My mom was so against it, but then she ended up liking him. Only thing she didn't like is he didn't talk a lot. And I don't know, like, now that I look back at it, I don't know, like, why, like, liked that. Like, of course, I don't know why I stayed with him that entire, like, time. But, like, there was a red flag there for me. But, I was young and dumb, you know. Everybody has at least done one dumbass thing. And that was the dumbest thing I've ever done. But I don't regret my daughter. So, anyways, he didn't have a job. He told me that he had just quit Taco Bell or something like that. And I was like, whatever, like, I don't work. I can't even get a job. And I think I was honestly just really alone because around that time my grandpa had passed away, and I was just trying to find like friends, you know, boyfriends, something to like get me out my head, you know. Like, that was really emotional for me because after he passed away, my whole family had split apart, and that really hurt, and it still does. But like I was saying, he's 18, don't have a job. I'm 15, don't have a job. I was staying at my grandma's to help take care of her since my grandpa passed away. And yeah, we was pretty good relationship at the time. I remember the first time he got mad at me. My cousin Iceland probably remembers this. I remember somebody had called me or something like that, and he assumed that I knew, like, I was talking to him or something, and he had got mad and walked away because of that. And then, like, I think later that night, I can't really remember, it's so long ago, it was like over 4 years ago, but I think we ended up making up that day. I know that for sure. I just don't know if it was right after or that night. Anyways, you know, it was cool after that too. But anyways, he stayed at his brother's. I'm not gonna mention his brother's name or anything like that because, you know, it's not their, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, he stayed at his brother's, and he had his mattress in the living room on the floor. I think I did visit because I wasn't there long and I wanted to go back home because it was really awkward. So I ended up going back home, whatever. Eventually, I wanted to stay the night. This was like, it had to have been like a few months past. Had to have. So it was his brother's birthday this night that I stayed the night. And this is how I got pregnant with Ariana. It was his brother's birthday, and there was a lot of people there. There was at least, because there was a few people in the kitchen. There was like 5 people in the living room. There were some people in the rooms. You know, there's at least 12 people, you know. I forgot how old he was turning. I don't fucking remember. But I know everyone was drinking, everyone was smoking. If you know me, you know that I don't drink or smoke. I have drank before, I have smoked before, but I'm not addicted to anything, you know what I'm saying? And at that time, I never did. No. So, I don't know, I was feeling so uncomfortable because his bed is in the living room. So I was like, I'm finna go to sleep. Like, can you make me some water? Because I don't want to go in the kitchen when there's people I don't know in there. And it was all, keep in mind, it was all guys. So it's like really awkward for me being a young 15-year-old girl in a house full of dudes. So he went to go make me water. I drank it. And then I don't know how to explain the feeling I felt. Like, I felt high. And like, yeah, it could have been like contact high because like I was a smoker. But then I started like blacking out and shit. And like, I swear to you, I think I remember him on top of me and me pushing him off, but I don't know, because like after that I didn't remember anything. So when I woke up in the morning, I realized like, what the fuck happened? So I told him that I was gonna leave, and he was like, then just go. And then I was about to walk out and he followed me. I didn't think anything of it, so I kept walking and he tried pushing me down the stairs. Then a whole argument started beside the house, and his brother was like, quiet down, whatever, because the neighbors, because it's like a duplex place, they could get in trouble. I was feeling comfortable. I wasn't gonna stay there, and like I needed to get my head right. Like maybe I was tripping, you know. And so, you know, he ended up going back inside. I had left, and when I went home, I had taken some time for myself. And you know, I was young. I was really young and dumb. So I was like, maybe nothing happened. Maybe I really did just go to sleep, whatever. So I ended up making up with him, and we was always talking on the phone for hours, FaceTiming and stuff, because I couldn't leave that much because I was helping my what is she to me? She's my cousin's baby mama. What is she to me? I don't know. My cousin's baby mama. I was helping her watch her kids because I think she was working. Yeah, she was working at the time, and so was he. So, you know, I was busy, whatever. Then we ended up hanging out again, whatever. And then I realized that I missed my period. And I was like, we didn't have sex before, because like we really haven't. I wasn't like, my mom didn't let me leave the house except for that night, and I know that night I didn't, because a house full of people. Okay, so then hold on, Ariana and Rico are walking back. He done found a hammer and was hitting the curb, trying to interrupt my video. Anyways, where was I at? Okay, so I had told you guys basically how I got pregnant, and I'm very positive that's how, because there's no other way. And I'm not dumb. I knew that entire time. I mean, I was dumb, but I knew. Anyways, eventually I realized that I missed my period. My sister had got me a pregnancy test. We were staying some nights over there. I could tell, like, around that time that something was wrong with him, because, like, when he would get mad, he would, like, get shaky and stuff. And he was also a gangbanger or whatever. So I knew, like, he had anger issues. Not just because he's a gangbanger. I just put that in there so you guys know. But, yeah, I knew something, you know, I knew he had anger issues at that time. So when I found out I was pregnant, I had to act happy. I was honestly really scared and sad, because I didn't want a baby that young. I did want a baby, but not that young. I wasn't even in school. I wanted to finish school before I had a baby, you know what I'm saying? So I just had to put on a face, you know, and act happy. And so he ended up staying with me at my grandma's when everyone found out I was pregnant, because I wasn't going to do this alone. Like, I'm not going to be staying somewhere alone. And I shouldn't have did that, because that's when things got worse with him being more physical and stuff throughout my pregnancy. And then eventually we got kicked out of my grandma's and we moved to my sister's. And at my sister's apartment, when we stayed there, it got so much worse. Like, he got so physical at the park. Like, we would go to the park because there's like this library and we would go there for Wi-Fi or whatever. Dude, when I tell you he got so physical, like, he got physical, and I was big pregnant at that time. And I don't know, I was just so scared and didn't want to do it alone. And I thought maybe I could change him. You know, I thought I loved him, but I also knew that it wasn't right how I got pregnant. I knew that it wasn't right how he's acting, and I don't know. I was dumb. And anyways, you know, things got so bad. And then after I had Ariana, she was a newborn. I stayed at my sister's apartment for maybe a week, and then we ended up getting kicked out. What the heck? That's a grown man going to the park. Anyways, ended up getting kicked out. So I had moved to my other brother, Joe. And he couldn't move with me, so he had to go to his auntie's, and I was there for at least a few months. Yeah, she was a little baby. And I remember one time I was in front of East because I had got dropped off there. Oh no, I didn't move over there yet. I was getting dropped off so we could see each other there, you know, hang out, because we missed each other, whatever. And so he could hang out with you know, see Ariana. So I had got dropped off at East, and he was so mad for some reason. I don't even remember. Maybe it was something I did. Maybe I said something or something. But I don't remember. All I know is I got dropped off at East. I had my newborn baby girl in her car seat. I was holding her, you know, in her car seat. And he comes, and I don't even know how the fight started. I just know that I ended up getting pushed on the ground with her in her arms. And then after that, I was like, bro, you cannot do that when I have a baby in my arms. I can't remember what he said because it was so long ago. But I know eventually I ended up moving over there because there was drama between my brother's girlfriend and me. So I had to end up moving over there, and they ended up moving to a different house. And in that house, it got so much more worse physically. Okay, I'm trying to, because I had redid this video a few times. So hold on. I'm trying not to get emotional. He got so physical anyways. Like, the most physical he's ever been. It got so bad where, like, it was hot over there because there was no, like, AC in the living room. And we had fans, you know. I had one blowing on her or whatever. But she's obviously still gonna be hot because it's summer. And I remember she was crying one night because how hot she was. And he got mad because he got woken up, and he put his anger out on her and threw the bottle right at her face. And I remember another time where I was walking down the street and he had threw a phone at my head and it was gushing blood. This was at his auntie's other house though. And it was gushing blood. He was like, he gave me a jacket or something. He was like, please don't let them see the blood, whatever. So I didn't, but it was there was a whole dent in my head from blood, and I had to hide that from his family. But come to find out, his family kind of already knew. Like, it's not hard to tell if someone's, you know. And after the whole thing, when I eventually moved out, because I couldn't do that anymore with my baby getting hit and stuff, I forgot where I moved to. I think I moved back to my grandma's, and I was like, you can't move with us. You can't. Yeah, I moved to my grandma's. And I just remember I was so happy because I wanted to leave that whole time, but it was like there was no way out. Like, if I moved somewhere else, then he would just move with me.
Adding this in this video, just for the people who don't understand domestic abuse relationships and stuff like that, he was very, like, this is usually most abusive people. He was really manipulative though, and he would like to bring up like dead people, like his dead homie or his grandma or whatever, just to make me feel bad. Or, you know, he would try to, you know, like make me feel good, like, baby, I'm sorry, I love you, I'll change, I'll do whatever you want, you know what I'm saying? And that's how it usually happens with me moving somewhere with him or him moving with me. So I'm just adding this in there because I know there's probably going to be people watching this who don't understand domestic relationships, you know?
I don't know how to explain it. Like, I was like so deep in a hole I could not get out. Like, I was stuck. And when I went to my grandma's, again, they wasn't going to allow him over there. And I was so happy. And I wasn't going to stay at his auntie's. Like, I'm not, like, blaming any names, but they ended up not liking me. And it was, no, it's not that they didn't like me. It's because, like, all the fighting could have got them kicked out. Which I understand that completely. But there was times where they have blamed me for him hitting me because of my attitude. Don't get me wrong, I do have a bad attitude sometimes, but I feel like I didn't always have an attitude with him all the time because I knew what he would do. Like, obviously, I'm not going to want to get punched or threaten to get thrown off a bridge. And I'm leaving so much stuff out of this video. Like when he tried pushing me off of a bridge. When a bullet went past my head. Yeah, my brother remembers that shit. Because I was staying, this was when I was staying at my brother's before me and his girlfriend got into it. It was right by Walmart. And if you know the ghetto Walmart in Wichita, there's like this brick wall. There's like 2 of them by them apartments. And you go in and you see that other wall. It was right in front of me. The only reason why I still have the picture of it and pictures of my bruises and stuff like that is because I already knew that it would come to this time where I would need to show people, or like just in case I needed to show a judge or anything like that. And that is the real live actual gun. He tried shooting me and the bullet went right past my head, and he was with his friend Kamal, and his friend Kamal was like on the other side, didn't do nothing. So I don't know what kind of sick stuff they're into, but they clearly don't care if anyone gets hurt or anything. Keep in mind, my baby was at home. Like, if I wouldn't have went home that night, she would have been motherless and fatherless because my family already knew what type of person he was, and they're not gonna let him keep her and have her get hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I realize I'm really bad at doing story times and stuff like that. So for the confused ones, at this time I got shot at, my family kind of already knew, and I had thoughts about him, you know, second thinking about him, because they've heard us fighting before, they've seen marks before, and they've heard us fight and knew that I had to have been getting pushed or whatever, but you know, I would deny it and stuff like that. But you know, they're not dumb, so they had those thoughts. But of course, in these situations, you kind of can't force someone to leave someone else, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got to do that on their own. And that was my situation. And that's also the reason why we kept getting kicked out of every place we stayed at together. So anyways, as you can see, he was very abusive. I was forced to have a daughter, and it's very sad, but I don't regret her. I just wish I had a little more time to grow and finish school at the time, if that makes sense. And I was really stupid. Like, you know them Facebook posts that be like, only stupid females let their baby daddy or boyfriend hit on them? Like, that was literally me. And I'll admit that. That was me. I let him hit me. And it's sad because I was so stuck in the hole where he even hurt Ariana 2 times. It was only 2 times, but I should have knew if it happened once, it would have happened again. But at the same time, I was younger You know, we're not the same age. I was 3 years younger. And I was still scared having a baby, and I was like shocked in a way. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Anyways, when I moved to my grandma's, you know, time went by. That's when I ended up meeting Rico in 2019, and we got together. I was so happy because, you know, Ronnie didn't have any type of, he wasn't fun, he wasn't goofy or anything. He was always serious, he was always quiet or mad or sleeping or smoking or drinking. You see what I'm saying? And I was just so happy to finally meet someone that was like, made me happy, you know what I'm saying? Ariana's first birthday was when I first got with Rico. Ronnie didn't show up. I didn't keep him from her or anything, because I know he likes to lie and try to say that. I did once, but I'm getting to that. So yeah, he didn't go to her birthday. That was on him. He didn't come over the next day or the next day or next day for her. Matter of fact, before that, only times he would come over is to fight with me because he didn't want me to leave him. Which is sad, because he literally wouldn't hold Ariana. I have my mom to witness that. I have my sister Chelsea to witness that. Even Rico, because I would text him and record some shit. I'm also putting in there that right before I got with Rico, my mom had opened up my bedroom door at my grandma's house and caught him literally on top of me, hitting me. And my auntie that I don't talk to anymore, she's seen it too, and that literally broke my heart. And that's when I was like I'm officially done with him, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, after I was done with him, only times he would come over, like, he wouldn't even hold Ariana, bring her nothing. Like, he still didn't have a job. Like, this whole time we was together, he never got a job. Me and my mom was literally the only ones supporting Ariana. She had food stamps, you know, that's how we would get formula. I would have to go to her doctor's to get free formula. I would get some money from my mom because my dad paid child support, so I would use that money to get her clothes, diapers, whatever she needs, you know what I'm saying? He would go stealing out of cars and robbing people or whatever he wants to call it, and that's how he would get money to support her. And he had an ID and lost it, had his birth certificate, lost it, you know what I'm saying? He can, you know, I know how hard it is to get your stuff back, but at that point you keep losing it, you know? Anyways, as I was saying, also when Rico had first met Ariana, they clicked. Like, they had a bond. He was goofy, he played with her, she was always laughing, they were always singing and dancing together, you know what I'm saying? So they clicked. I would say my grandma, but she unfortunately passed away this year. Where am I going with this? So once Ariana turned 2, no, it was before she turned 2, I did keep her away from him just for like a few months because he was always drinking, and every time he would text me or call me was when he was drunk, and he would be hella disrespectful, call me out my name, just making me feel so shitty. Like, he would make me feel so bad about myself, and it got to the point where it really got to me. So I blocked him on everything. He didn't know where I was. This was the time where I moved to Rico's parents. You could say what you want about it, but I wasn't going to keep crying. I wasn't going to keep letting my daughter see that, or my son. Cause, well, to be honest, I was pregnant, so he wasn't going to see that, but he can, like, sense, you know what I'm saying? So yes, I did keep her away from him for a few months because, you know, I wanted to give him time to stop drinking at least, you know what I'm saying? But after that, he could see her whenever he wanted, and he never did. He would see her every 2 months, every 3 months, maybe once a month, a few times. One time he brought just a Happy Meal, didn't see him for a few months. Then he started bringing a box of diapers every other month or whatever, which is nice. It's just, I kind of wish I had more support, especially since it wasn't just me that had her. Like, it's basically just you. Like, can you just help a little bit more? But whenever I would ask that, he would try to call me a bitter baby mama and a gold digger and stuff like that, when I honestly asked for, you know, money or whatever just once, until he started calling me names, and it's like, bro, just whatever. So let me just skip to it. Her birthday was October 25th, recently. He was kind of late on her birthday, but it's cool, you know. He brought a dollhouse, some dolls, and a slipper, Easy Bake, and stuff for the Easy Bake. I am so thankful for it, and I'm really happy he did that because she loves it. But it's just the fact that, like, he'll bring stuff over for her every once in a while, whatever, or like for her birthday, and he'll drop it off, then leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like he tries to play with her, hang out with her, get to know her and stuff, and then he calls me a bitter baby mama because I don't want to, because I don't drop her off with him. But it's like, she don't even know you, to be fair. You come over every couple of months and bring something and leave. And not only that, he didn't tell me where he lives. He didn't tell me where he worked at. He don't tell me that stuff. And I'm not going to leave Ariana with whatever roommate he lives with. And I already know what type of person Ronnie is. He's abusive. He has anger issues. He smokes. He drinks. He pops pills. He probably has a gun unless he sold it for drugs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel right leaving my daughter with someone like that. Like, I'm not going to... my mind state was I was never going to keep her away from him. So I wasn't going to do that until recently. Recently, I've been thinking, like, I don't know, like, something in my head's like, I didn't deserve any of this. And every time I try to talk to him or like try to not get closer to him, but like a father and mother should be as parents, you know what I'm saying? But every time I try to do that, I just get put down and hurt, you know what I'm saying? And she don't know him or anything, so I'm not knowing what I'm gonna do right now. I'm gonna be talking to some people and trying to figure out what I should do. I'm not gonna put too much information out there, but I'm gonna be figuring out what I should do, because everyone who's heard my story has told me that I'm crazy for even still letting him see her. And I don't want to keep Ariana seeing him every few months and just getting dropped off. Of course she's gonna like the presents, come on now. But like, I don't want her to get older and be like, you know, damn, because she calls Rico daddy, and I didn't tell her to call him that. She called him that on her own. She grew on him. She's 4. He's been there since her first birthday. Before that, you know what I'm saying? He's there every single day, every moment. You know, and like, of course Ronnie's not gonna be able to because we're not together, but I would think that he would come over more than he does, you know, try to show more attention, not start stuff with me, not call me out my name, not like try to belittle me, not try to put me down, you know what I'm saying? And I have screenshots that I'm gonna be showing right here. I might stop the video to go look at my pictures so that I can show you guys all the proof that I said that I do have. So these are pictures of some bruises and marks he had left on me years ago, obviously. This is a picture of his gun that he had that he tried shooting me with and missed. By the ways, right after that, I had ran straight to Walmart, ran inside because my baby needed formula. And I was just going to hurry up, go ahead and do it, and then go. Hold on, because they're coming back. I'm going to show you guys more pictures. Here is 2 screenshots showing that I tried basically I sent him pictures of Ariana at the park, and then there is I sent a picture of Coco. I think that was on accident, and he was like, you take stupid pictures. Screenshots of him just being disrespectful. You can pause it or whatever to read them. Here's I had sent pictures and he didn't say anything to, excuse Ariana, she's sick. He didn't say anything to it, and then here's screenshots of him ignoring my messages. Okay, so don't mind Chelsea's ugly van. I think what happened was they pulled the top of it off or whatever, and it still has like the glue or whatever. Anyways, we're about to go to Dollar Tree. I'm gonna edit this video. I have so many screenshots, so I'm gonna be probably showing you guys more, but I'll probably put it in it when I get to Dollar Tree or whatever, because I can't look at everything right now. Hold on. Okay, I found 2 other ones. So here's him throwing up a set. You know, in case no one believes me that he, you know, whatever. And then here's him holding up a gun. A different gun, but he's not supposed to be having guns because he had got in trouble with one, I guess, and he had pushed a cop or whatever. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention in that he had tried getting my brother jumped and showed off a gun to him too. So I have that to witness, and basically a whole fight started, and he showed off his gun, and my brother had texted that after, talking about the police knows what he looks like and stuff like that, which is true because police was called right after that. So, you know. And then here is some screenshots of him saying he didn't want that much people at Ariana's birthday party, and how she couldn't socialize at her school, which is stupid because I have friends and family and stuff. It makes no sense how he's gonna get mad if they, you know, go to her birthday party. And then here's a screenshot of him saying that if anyone looks at him or anything, no one's gonna be able to stop him if he gets mad. Basically, obviously saying he's going to, you know, start a fight and try to fight someone if they look at him the wrong way. Which, I don't talk to childish people like that. You know, he's the only childish person that I've talked to. So, you know what I'm saying? By the ways, we were just at the park. He was playing with her while I was doing that whole story time, but he wanted to stop at this little one because we have never been here before. Anyways, I'm gonna go look at the other screenshots so I could tell you guys what I'm about to put up here, which I should have, you know, through that whole story time, I should have been like, and here's, you know, this screenshot, you know, but I forgot. So I'm just trying to show you guys and explain everything now so you guys can kind of, you know, see where I'm coming from. And, you know, because I got a lot of photo albums, whatever it's called in your phone, that has a lot of screenshots and stuff. Y'all look at them. Oh, and also, if you are his family, no matter what was said in the past, I can let that go. I want her to have as much family as she can, but I don't want it to be toxic. I don't want it to be unhealthy. I don't want it to have any hurt in her. And I know, of course, if you are his family or whatever, of course you're going to want to have his back, but you also have to realize where I'm coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because not all family's right. And I noticed that last year. I had lost so much family, just stopped talking to everyone because they just have so much lies. You know what I'm saying? They're not always right. sometimes they can be really bad people, whether you want to believe it or not. Also, here's a screenshot of him saying that he didn't want any of his family to see Ariana. Because I think, I don't know, something must have slipped up with either me or something, but he found out that I was trying to let Ariana see his auntie and stuff, and we were going to basically, his mom's sick and I wanted, you know, Ariana to see her. And he texted that, I don't know, I could have slipped up on the phone or something. It was out of nowhere. And that's kind of how it is with him. He says stuff like that out of nowhere, but this isn't the first time he said that. He said it all year, plenty of times over the phone, over more messages, you know what I'm saying? I know that's what I was thinking. It's supposed to be a little waterfall. But yeah, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to, you know, have her have as much family and support as possible, even if it's not him, if that makes sense. Of course, I could take so many screenshots of times like this, even worse, but you know me, I'm always going through Facebooks and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna log in on all my old ones, even if I can. I just wanna say I'm thankful for his cousin. Not gonna say which cousin, but he gave me a lot of support, not through this whole situation, because you know he has his own little family going on, his own life, but I just want to thank him because he was the only one in that family that actually seen what I was going through, and I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm just thankful for him. That's all I'm gonna say. So these screenshots, I was trying to get him to admit, you know, and apologize for all the times he had put hands on me and put me down so many times. As you can see, he's obviously bipolar or something, because in some of the screenshots you can see he's nice and then it goes blit, or it goes blit and then nice and then blit. You know what I'm saying? This mark right here had happened obviously when I was pregnant, and we had gotten a whole fist fight or whatever, and I ended up falling and getting scratched on my belly. This was when I was pregnant with Ariana, of course. And here is some screenshots of him cheating while I was pregnant. And I had his Facebook information. I had logged in like a few years ago or whatever, and this was him trying to get drugs, aka weed. Only reason why I'm putting that out there is because he barely gets Ariana anything, but he can get that, you know what I'm saying? He don't even see her, but once again, he can get that. So it's not okay to do that if you are not taking care of your daughter, you know what I'm saying? So I've been home for a while and I'm editing, but I'm going to go ahead and put these pictures of marks that he gave me. I'm gonna put it right here. Those are marks that he had gave me at my sister's apartment, actually. And then this video that I'm about to show you, I kind of put it like in a little caption beside it, but he used to like to record me crying, or he would record pushing me down and having mud on my butt, and he would, you know, that shit was so embarrassing. Like, I remember that feeling, and yeah, it's really hard to watch this video because I know it's like a 5-second clip of me crying, turning my head, and then looking back, but I was crying, and at the very end of the video, you could kind of hear him chuckle in a way. We was at McDonald's, by the way, but here's the video.
Yeah.
Okay guys, so yes, I'm in the bathroom. Don't mind my kids being loud, please. They are having fun playing and stuff. Anyways, this is me ending the video. It was a long story time. I tried to show as much proof that I have in my phone. I know I have screenshots and a lot of other stuff that I didn't show you guys, but it's kind of hard to put it all in a video at once, if that makes sense. So maybe I'll put a post on Instagram too of maybe other screenshots or something. I don't know at this point, because I'm really not trying to start drama. I'm not trying to get his attention and start anything with him. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just finally ready to put my story out there, and for anyone wondering, you know. And also, I want to put out there, for anyone who's talked about me having a kid young, that used to really hurt me, because I didn't have a say-so in this, and I went through a lot with her. So I used to not take that easy, but now that I have my own family and I have Rico, I could take it way better. So please never judge someone for having a kid young. You shouldn't judge a mother at all, because at the end of the day, you never know what they've been through or is going through, if that makes sense. So that's all I gotta say.
Also, I really hope that this can possibly help someone that's going through a violent relationship, and give them some hope and stuff, because at the end of the day, when you're in that situation, it feels like you can't never get out, you know. It's always something. He'll promise you happiness, or he'll just put you down. But I just want you to know that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel, and eventually you'll find it. And no one can tell you to leave or force you to leave. You have to do that on your own, because you're going to get mad at family members for talking about him or trying to get you to leave. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and you can comment. If you have any questions about this, in anything in this video, please comment down below. I'll be more than happy to answer. Just please don't be negative about it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, I tried to do my best. I'm bad at story times. I tried doing it without crying. Like I said, I read this video so many times. Try not to forget stuff to add in there, so you guys can know more about, you know, what happened. But this is the end of it. Bye.
Fire when the storm hits you.
That's it, friend.